What's up, guys? Ivan here with GetIvan.com, and in this video we're going to be talking about UK local phone number regular expression strings, which you can use for Scrapebox masks, for finding regular expression patterns for these phone numbers on URLs that you might scrape from the United Kingdom. So this was a problem that I had for an order that was placed on Fiverr. I recently expanded my services to service the UK, and I thought I had everything figured out, and then I figured out I had a couple of serious issues that were causing me issues with completing UK orders, and it took me about a week to figure out those issues. One of the core issues was the regular expression for UK phone numbers. And it's kind of a long story. I talked with Scrapebox support, and they kind of said that it looked correct, but then it really wasn't correct. And then they thought it was a system issue. And I tried to contact somebody else to ask advice, never got a reply. Anyways, I was about to ask some advice on a regular expression forum, and then I was putting my data into Regex101.com, and I highly recommend anybody who uses Scrapebox bookmark this website, Regex101.com. I'm going to put links to this Pastebin file and also links to this here below this video in the description. And this is an awesome, there's lots of Regex testing tools out there, but this one has this explanation section that really breaks down the regular expression for you. And you can kind of learn a little bit more about regular expression just by reading this area. And then it's got match information on the test strings you're using. It's just really, really cool. But anyways, I put my Regex in there and it looked like this. And so I immediately was able to see, oh man, all this grief, and it's just because I included this backslash, and as you can see, pattern may not end with a trailing backslash, deleted it, and then boom, it highlighted this and it matched. So I think that these are all tested manually. There's basically 7 core regular expression patterns, and then there are 7 other variations of those core patterns that have dashes in between them, and they represent 7 major areas that are in the United Kingdom. And I got those general patterns from the Wikipedia page for United Kingdom phone numbers. So this is one of the weird things about the United Kingdom. There's just way too many phone number variations over there, and they're all weird stuff. Like look at this one. This one's just 5 characters, and then it's 6 characters. So in some sense, they could sort of be other types of characters, but and then some of them are more unique, like these have 3 chunks. But I think that's just another reason why you really need to couple your phone number, anything you're doing with phone numbers, with a phone number verification service like NumVerify, for example. But it works, so that's the good news if you need to get phone numbers. The only thing that I did not include are I call this local phone number, UK local phone number Regex, because it doesn't include the country code. There are probably just as many, you could probably do another 14 variations, or even maybe more than that, maybe 21 variations or something. With the country code, which is +44, or you could probably do even more than that, really, now that I think about it. It's +44, and then it has the rest of the numbers. So there are some things you could do with the +44, and then the space, and then the regular expression for the typical number pattern. But the reason I didn't include those is because there's way more variations with that, because you have to do special formatting for the plus symbol, and then you also have to, in some cases, you might not want to do any spaces at all, which with the +44 variation, that would be beneficial. But then just if I was to put these strings together normally like that, it would not be beneficial. The likelihood of 11 string numbers is much higher, I think. So I did not include, every possible combination, just the most reasonable combinations for local phone numbers. And in some cases, some people articulate +44, and then they take this 0 here, which is in the beginning of all these numbers, and they put it in parentheses. So then you have to do the regular expression for the parentheses. So I just wanted to throw out a disclaimer. It's not the most, it doesn't include every possible UK phone number variation in this Pastebin file. It just contains the most logical and reasonable and common variations from a local standpoint. And I've done a test. I literally just ran it on a niche, and there was 144,000 matches, on this particular niche list. So it definitely works. I looked at some of those niches manually to see how they express their phone numbers, and there's a lot of niches that will just put the number like this or like this, depending on the region or whatever. So that's pretty much it. Oh, and actually, let's plug a number into this into Scrapebox, and then we'll conclude this video just so I can show you guys how to enter it in. So let me grab a random string here, or let me just grab this here. Paste this. Then you go to grab check, and then you go to grab phone numbers, and you go to configure masks. So I don't have it in my personal computer thing here yet, but I have it in my servers, my extra servers. You just basically paste you can just come to this formatting here, paste the name in this region, and then examples of expected data. That's where you would paste this actual phone number, and then the regex is here, this string here, and you just paste that here. You don't have to do these kinds of things, but if you had something that you wanted to articulate, then you could do that. So then you just click save as new mask, and that's pretty much it. It's very simple. You're going to have to do it like 14 times for all those variations, and then every time you run a phone number scrape, you want to make sure you configure your masks, and then uncheck the US numbers, and then make sure that all the UK variations are checked, then click close. So you have to do that every time you do a phone number scrape, but that's the basic process. It's really easy. And in terms of a brief explanation of this regex, then I would just recommend putting it into regex101.com, and you can kind of read the explanation, and it pretty much teaches you what these symbols mean and how they work together, and that can give you an idea of how to use these some of these patterns. So I appreciate your time, guys. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.